An interesting birthday. Congratulations, it's your 18th birthday. There's, of course, fireworks, and there's candles and birthday cake. Hopefully you don't have the fireworks on the birthday cake, but you don't care about that. Your grandma's there, your relatives are there, your friends are there, everybody's there for you. You get your favorite food, you get everything you want, and of course you get presents. Presents are the best thing in the world. That's what you're looking for. That's what you've been waiting for all years, to get that present. So you run over to the table where everything is. Of course, after all the guests are gone, because your mom said you had to wait until they left, and then you have to write it all down, and there's a thank you note. But when you open up the one from Grandma, because we all know Grandma gives great gifts, you find out that you've just gotten a $1,000 bill. Are you excited? I would say yes, you are. I mean, visions of, flying anywhere in the world, going to Hawaii, hey, even shopping, going through your head here. However, you're still in high school. And your mom reminds you that by saying you have to put the money in the bank for 2 years. You sit there on the couch, flabbergasted, screaming in your head, no! But then you stop to think about it. If I gotta go put money in the bank, banks give you money. I think it's called interest, if you remembered right from all your classes, but you think they're going to give you money. So it's like, okay, Mom, I can do that. I can save my money. So after I get done with my sophomore year of college, I am going to go on vacation with all the millions and millions of dollars I'm going to make by giving the bank my $1,000. So early the next morning, you get up. Probably earlier than you've ever seen the sun come up, because you are still in high school. And you and your mom get ready to go to the bank in Mathsburg, USA. Now, since you live in Mathsburg, USA, of course, there are 4 banks all on the intersection. 4 different corners, 4 different banks, all wanting your $1,000. The first bank, great bank, they give you 8% yearly interest. And also they compound it once a year. Not bad, you're thinking to yourself, I can make interest, this is good. But you're a cautious individual. It's your $1,000 bill that you're investing here. So, you go to bank number 2. And bank number 2 also is 8% yearly interest, but it's compounded quarterly per year. You're thinking to yourself, 4 times interest, that's better than 1. Bank number 2 is winning here. You go to bank number 3, and again, it's 8% yearly interest, but now you get compounded daily per year. 365 days. Whoa, this is going to get you that millions and millions of dollars that you're thinking you're going to get, so that you can go on that great vacation. But then, because you want to check out everything, you go to the 4th bank. It's a newer bank, and like everyone else, there's 8% yearly interest, but now it says compounded continuously. You ask what that means, and they said basically any amount of time you can think of, you're getting interest. You question them and you say, hourly? Yep. Minutely? Sure thing. You get bold and even ask, secondly? Absolutely. And on weekends? Yep. So now you start thinking, whoa, money, 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 money. I think I'm going to go to bank number 4. But then you start realizing, I should probably do the math from my advanced algebra teacher and realize how much money more I am going to be using. And so you get this formula where you have the principal was your beginning amount, in a parenthesis at 1 plus the rate as a decimal divided by the number of times compounded, raised to the number of times compounded over time. And with your information, you decide to check every single bank. Bank 1. You plug in your information. 8% is the decimal rate, 1 per year, 2 years. And of course, you got to remember your PEMDAS, so you're doing everything inside the parenthesis first. And when you finish everything inside the parenthesis and do your multiplication, you have found out that your $1,000 after 2 years has grown to $1,166.40. You can then do the exact same process with bank number 2. However, the only thing different is that you're dividing by 4 now and raising it with a 4th power. You do your PEMDAS again, and on the inside of the parenthesis you get 1.02 raised now to the 8th power. And when you do your multiplying, your quarterly amount of money you would have at bank number 2 is $1,171.65. You have made an entire $5 extra worth of money, which is awesome. However, it's not the millions you were expecting. So you go to bank number 3. Surely 365 days would have that. And again, you're using your formula that you got from math class and, taking all the decimals and scientific notation and significant digits and all that PEMDAS rules. And when you do, you find out that you only made an extra, not even $2. And you're like, what the heck's going on here? Quarterly? Daily? I mean, that should have at least doubled. Well, there is still hope yet. There is always that 4th bank. That 4th bank that was compounding continuous. But you're like, what the heck is going to go on here? I don't know how many, seconds in a year or hundredths of a second. I really don't want to do all that work. But if you remembered investigating 1 plus 1 over n raised to the n, which was part of your formula, and when you took bigger numbers as n went, they started going to one specific number, almost like an asymptote. And when that happened, your math teacher told you that hopefully you observed that you are getting closer and closer to this number called E. Now again, as a disclaimer, the term I use is value is very loosely because irrational numbers technically do not have a specific value since it's irrational. A great example is pi. We know it is 3.14, but it's 3.14159265358979 ... 2.718 or E is the exact same thing. So, instead of doing all that hard PEMDAS work and fractions and all that as decimals, instead of 1 plus 1 over n to the n, I could actually put E in there. So coming back to bank number 4, I look it over and I realize that my formula is actually kind of simple. 1,000 times E raised to the 0.08 times 2. And I do some handy-dandy calculator work, and voila, my millions? Aw, nuts. Only $1,173.51? I only made 2 pennies? Well, I guess over 2 years that's not too bad. And honestly, I was going to go with that continuous bank number 4. I did make an extra $7.11, so I guess that's not a bad thing. I can still enjoy college spring break.